Hi, welcome to my art table. Today I'm going to try to make some of my own homemade ink sprays, and I'm going to be using food coloring. I got these ones off Amazon a while ago. This one is the Distress brand. I love this dye. And then this one was actually in this bottle originally. It's CSY Art Gallery. It says Magic Ink Spray. So this one was actually in here, but the pump broke. So I ended up using one of my little bottles I got off Amazon and put it in there, and now it works great. But anyway, I love these. But for right now, I can't really justify getting more art supplies, like spending much on more art supplies right at this moment. But I just love these, and I would love to have some more colors to play with. So I got the idea of maybe I could make my own with food coloring. So I Googled it, and sure enough, it is a thing people do. And I found a few different little tips and things like that. So I'm going to be using the knowledge I gained from Google to try to do that today. So here's the food coloring that I have, and which of course was just like a few dollars at my local grocery store. And then I got this little package of spray bottles on Amazon, and they were really cheap. I meant to remind myself how much they were before I made the video, but I forgot. But these were also cheap. They were like, it was well under $10, and there was 6 of them. I already used one, like I said, for my purple. But there was 6 for, it was under 10. Anyway, and they come with a couple little funnels, which is very helpful. So that's cool. And they work good because like I've already used this one several times, and they spray really good. Get them all out. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to actually save one of these aside. I'm just going to be putting just plain rubbing alcohol in one of these, and I'll label it and everything. Because I've seen a lot of videos where people got some really cool effects just spraying rubbing alcohol on like watercolor and different things like that. So I would like to just have one bottle with just plain rubbing alcohol. So I'm going to set this aside. That'll be just for that. So I'm going to make 4 more colors. I already have blue and purple. So I was thinking maybe a red, a green, a yellow, and then also maybe orange. So that way I'll have a nice variety of color. So when I Googled it, they recommended distilled water, the food coloring, the rubbing alcohol, which I guess the rubbing alcohol does a couple of things. It helps the spray to spread better, apparently. And then also it helps prevent bacteria from growing. So that's cool. And so yeah, distilled water, rubbing alcohol, food coloring, some little bottles. The little funnel is going to come in handy, I think. And those came with the water bottles. And then I also have a little pipette, which I figured I can use for dropping in the rubbing alcohol. This was from some other art project or something that me and my kids had, and we didn't use all the pipettes, and I was like, yeah, I should keep those. They might come in handy, and voila, it is coming in handy. So, okay, let's do this. I should have probably already filled these up with water before I started recording. But anyway, let's see. Okay, so all my little bottles have distilled water in them, and I didn't fill them all the way up. I left room because I'm gonna add the the rubbing alcohol and the food coloring. So let's see. Oh, and then I've brought 4 little index cards. I figured to test the color. I'll start with probably by adding 1 or 2 drops of the color, and then maybe add more if it's not very vibrant. Okay, let's start by doing oh, this is probably dusty. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Got something else for the alcohol to go in. rubbing alcohol was only like $1 at my Dollar General. So this is a pretty cheap little project to try. Okay, so on Google, it said several drops of alcohol for every ounce of water. These are 2-ounce bottles. It said several, so I assume that's more than 2 because that'd be a couple. So it didn't give an exact. So I'm going to guess 4 drops per ounce. So I'm going to do 8 drops. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I probably actually didn't need the funnel for that part. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do put the alcohol in all. Boom. Let's see. I think I'm going to do green first because I'm feeling green. I might not even need, I don't even think I need the funnel for this either. So let's see. We'll say 1, 2. Whoa. Ooh. That is pretty colorful. Let's give it a shake and then test it. I hope it looks cool. Like, I really would like to have more colors to play with. Okay, so that's very light. Let's see. We could try. I'm going to try adding a little more. Yeah? He's in reach? Okay, hold on. Okay, I'll come get it. Just a second. Okay, let's try this again. Oops. That didn't really make much difference. Well, it's green. You can't, oops, already. It'd be really interesting to see how it looks when it dries. That will be part of the experiment to see how it is when it's dry. Okay. So far, yeah. I don't know. Let's try another color anyway. Just for the fun of it. I'm just going to do a lot because obviously it's not that great. Let's see. Try this anyway. Ooh. I mean, they're pretty-ish colors, but let's see what happens. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'll let it dry. Okay. So we got the green and the orange. Let's make a red one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Let's put a bunch in there. I wonder what would happen if you also put paint in it. Could get real crazy and do an experiment like that, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, look, they work. They do work. Let's see, let's carefully set this on a side. What it looks like kind of happens is. Like that just looks, well, it's very yellow. And that's very green. Oh, I smudged it. Don't get that sort of, I don't know. Let's see, watch. This is one of the ones that I bought off Amazon. The one that was originally in this, this is an actual spray ink. See, there's kind of the difference. But, I don't know, let's look at the red one. Let's see. Oops. I mean, for homemade, it's okay. Okay. Alright. Last one. Let's try to make, let's do orange. Let's see. I'm not sure how many drops of each I'm going to need. So, let's see. Let's start with that. Well, actually, you know what? That is orange already. That's not really yellow. But when it comes out, it was yellow. So, let's see. Let's see what happens if we just do like a tiny bit of each one. I might have to add more something. We'll see. Oops, I ran out of cards to test on. One moment. Oh, there's one. Okay. Let's see if it's orange. Oh, it's very, very faint. Okay. So I have to add some more here. Let's see. Let's try. I should do a little bit more of the yellow. We'll try that. And if that's not good, we'll add maybe a pinch of the red. I don't know. Let's see. I was trying to see if it is orange. But I'm not entirely happy with it. Let's see. Let's try and add a little more of each one. Boom. I may have overdone it now with the red. Maybe I shouldn't have actually added any more red at all. But this was just a fun experiment to see if I could make some decent little ink sprays with food color. So it's okay. And it was fairly cheap to try. Well, that's orange. Compare it to the yellow one. I'm sorry, my lighting is terrible. I don't really have a good place in my house that's got a good time of day with the lighting to do videos. Let's see. I was holding it in the sunlight that's over here, not in frame. But yeah, that's definitely orange and that's yellow. So that works. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm gonna move some of this stuff around really quick. Hold on. Okay, so anyway, they're all done. I've got yellow, red, green, and orange. Actually, maybe that's, I can't tell. Yeah, that's the orange. Anyway, so, that's the colors I made. Here's the little cards, which I lost the orange one somehow. Anyway, here we go. It just has some little spray blotches on it, but so now they're pretty much dry. The color, I mean, there's a decent bit of color on there. I don't love the way it sprays, like how the actual, like the really good one, like how they spray, like that was the purple one, the Ink Magic or whatever. So they don't obviously spray as well, but they do have some color. So I think I could still have fun with them. I figured I'd do one last little, I got just like a big piece of paper just to test them out one more time. Just do like maybe littler, just like boop, boop, boop. Just some little sprays here and there. Boop, boom, 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 boom. There's the yellow. So yeah, I think I can have some fun with these. I really do. They're obviously not like, not as good as these ones, but still, they'll be fun to play with. I'll have a few more colors that I can, I keep dropping everything. I'll have a few more colors I can play with for a while until I can maybe get some more of these later on, but yeah, I'll use them. Maybe I'll make another video using them on an actual art project or something and see how something turns out. Here's a paper from earlier that this one is already more dry. I tested them on this paper, and then I squirted some of the good ones. I just at that point I was looking to see the difference in the intensity of the color, and obviously there's a big difference, and who knows, maybe I could add more of the dye, but overall you just get some really light kind of pastel-y colors with the food coloring ones, and that works for me. They're worth using for now. See, this one is just has all of the homemade ones. I'm sorry for my lighting in here, it's not good, but it's kind of pretty. Like, this will actually be a pretty paper. I can cut that up and use it in an art journal or something. But yeah, so there's that. Homemade ink sprays with food coloring. I'm a little disappointed, but yet, but it's not terrible. I'll use them, I'm sure. Like that does not look too bad. It's very light, but it's okay. It was an experiment, and I'm glad I tried it, and I think I will use them. But anyway, that's that for today. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.